Good day guys, hope everyone is okay. I know it's been a long time since I've had one of these videos where I just speak to the camera. Funny enough, the last video like this, the Trini sayings and their meanings, is actually the most popular video on this channel in terms of views. So I guess I should do more of these, seeing that that's what you guys like. And similar to that video with the sayings of Trinidad, I realized that I could do one like this where I talk more about words in Trinidad and try to explain it. So that is what this video will be about. Trinidad words and their meaning. Alright? Now I'm just going to go through them pretty quickly and I'm going to try to use them in a sentence, because sometimes these words, you don't really get the flavor of them if they just tell you the word alone. You have to say it in a sentence. Plus you have to say it with the Trini vibe, the Trini accent. So let's go. First one will be Coscal. Coscal. Now Coscal means brightly colored, but it's more in a negative connotation. So you'll look at someone and they have a whole set of bright color clothes on and you'll say, oh, you're looking so Coscal. Bazodi. Bazodi means crazy, alright, or kind of in a stupor. Okay, so you would use this in a word like, boy, that girl had a bazodi boy. You know, she's setting you crazy. Bazodi. MAGA. Now, we're not talking about MAGA as in the Donald Trump hat. Make America great again. Nope. We're talking about MAGA in Trinidad means thin. Very, very thin. You know, where you can see someone's ribs or what's not. So if you have a very thin friend, they will say, yeah, I'm a MAGA friend. Obzucky. Oh my god, I forgot how funny some of these words are. Obzucky. I don't know where we come up with these things as Trinidadians. It means crooked or weird looking or ugly. Again, you could be looking at someone, they're not looking too right, and you go say, man, why are you looking so obzucky today? And of course there is the famous tabanka. Now, tabanka basically means heartbreak. You're in a relationship, that relationship is now over, and you're longing and you're heartbroken over that person. They're saying that you have tabanka. But in Trinidad, heartbreak don't really, tabanka is more strong than heartbreak. Someone is really badly off when you tell them they had tabanka. So one of your friends break up with a girl and you go say, boy, she giving you a real tabanka, boy. Mako or makocious. Now that is someone who is very inquisitive. But again, inquisitive does not really give you the core meaning of Mako. Alright, when you have neighbors and they hear a little argument, so they're peeping through the curtain and they're trying to listen to the bacchanal that's happening by the neighbor. You say that person is makocious, you're trying to mind somebody else's business. Mako. And then there is dotish. Dotish is basically Trini for stupid. Alright, how you so dotish, boy? Maljo. Now maljo kind of links back to our culture a little bit, our superstition. When you have a small child, you don't want people to give that child bad eye. If you go and they keep saying, look how nice this child is, oh gosh, the child's so pretty, you go say, hey, yo, give my child maljo. It's gone to such a point where people hang blue, they will pin something blue on their child to fight off bad eye, or maljo. And then there is a kunumunu. Kunumunu. Oh my god, some of these are so funny. Kunumunu means basically idiot or someone who's stupid. Alright, or someone who is bashful and they're acting like they don't know stuff and whatnot. So you'll be pushing your friends to do something and you'll be like, come now man, don't be a kunumunu. Some of these are not that popular anymore, but definitely so far I've used every single one of these words while growing up in Trinidad. Skylark. Now skylark means to idle, to waste time. And this is something our teacher used to always tell us in school. Stop skylarking and pay attention. Skylark. And then there is the ever famous lime. The liming. Now liming in Trinidad means to hang out. We don't say hang out at all. We say lime. You're going on the road to lime with friends. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm going on a beach lime. Alright, so liming basically means hanging out. And it's a very Trini thing and everyone uses it. Liming. And then there is bacchanal. Now bacchanal might not be a pure Trini thing, but we use it quite a lot. And bacchanal basically means confusion. Alright, two people are arguing, the neighbors are arguing, you'll be saying, hey, look at the bacchanal outside. Fete. Now fete definitely is not a Trini word. It's French for party. But Trinidad has a lot of influences. And the French actually had some influence in terms of our language in Trinidad. If you look at Carnival, there's a lot of French words we use, the Marche Gras, Juvet, and things like that. One of the major things that we use day to day is fete. So for carnival, we don't say we're going to a carnival party. That all sounds strange. What are you doing? You're going to a fete. This one is something else because, you know, it has a little story behind it, for me at least. Joke or choke, alright? Like if somebody take a needle and they stick you with it, you call that, you get joke, or you know, the choke here, alright? And I remember our teacher saying, don't say that. There is no such word as choke. The correct word is pricked. And as little children, that word has other connotations to it. So therefore we felt safer saying joke or choke. And even to this day, I still say choke. Licks. Now licks does not mean like you have a lolly and you're licking it, or you're licking ice cream. Licks in Trinidad means you're getting a whooping from your parents or someone else. Alright, you're collecting some licks. You didn't do your homework, your teacher gave you some licks. Douglas. Now Douglas basically means mixed race, but very specific. It means the mixing of East Indian and African descent. And that offspring will be a Douglas. Pips. Alright, like when the guy's on the corner and a girl passing, and you know they might say something to the girl. They will say you're pipsing, alright? Pipsing the girl. Commerce. Now commerce means, again, confusion or bacchanal. It's the next word like for bacchanal. Some kind of drama happening. You'll be like, what kind of commerce is this, boy? Bubbly. Now, bubbly means someone that you take advantage of. Alright, someone that is easily taken advantage of, doesn't defend themselves, you call them a bubbly. In Trinidad, around Easter time, we actually have something called the Good Friday bubbly, where they take a shirt and a pants and they stuff it and they make an effigy of someone, and Good Friday they beat that person, and that person represents Judas, and they beat back that person for betraying Christ, and that's the Good Friday bubbly. Again, it goes back to you beating someone up. Bubbly, wrongful. Now this is one of the words, when I moved to Jamaica I realized only really Trinidadians say this. Alright, in Jamaica, when your shirt is not pressed properly and has a lot of creases, they will say that your shirt or your clothes crushed. In Trinidad, we call that wrongful. We could also use it in terms of fighting. You get in a fight with someone, you get a little beat up, you say that you get wrongful, or you wrongful somebody up. Alright, wrongful. Tight. Now, tight doesn't mean tightening a screw. In Trinidad, when you say somebody tight, basically means that they're very drunk. Tight. I went to the party last night and I get tight. Chinky. Now, this basically means very small. You know, something very small, you will say that it's very chinky or very chunky. Alright, like something kids would say. Umpteen. Umpteen means a lot. Alright, and it's something most likely your parents will say to you when they tell you to do something over and over. They'll say, I tell you to go and get the pot umpteen times and you ain't listening to me. Vaps. Now, in Trinidad we say vaps, like you catch a vaps, and vaps basically mean all of a sudden. You go say, I catch a vaps yesterday and I went to the beach. Alright, all of a sudden, not planned. Vaps. Wajang. Wajang basically means someone who is good for nothing. Alright, they might look unkept, whatnot. Basically someone you can't really trust, someone also who looks for a lot of confusion, commerce and bacchanal. Alright, you call that person a wajang. Look at this wajang behavior. This person is a wajang, you can't trust them. And then you have a zug. I mean, some of these words, again, while using it growing up, it's not funny, but now, as I'm trying to explain it, it is so hilarious. Zug. You go into the barber, he giving you a little mark, and he do something wrong. You know, he cut your hair some odd way, he give you a zug. Alright, and that's something you'll get vexed for, you know, so barber give you a zug. Planas. Planas, this is something I'll have to explain. You know, in Trinidad we have something we call a tree line or a cutlass, which almost everyone else say is a machete. Now, a machete is very broad. It has the sharp end that you use to cut stuff, but then there's the broad side. In Trinidad, a planas is very specific. When you take that broad side and you beat somebody on the backside, they call that to get them a planas. Apparently, it used to happen quite often in that it have now a very specific name for that very specific action. Planas. Alright, that'll be it for now in this video. I know that there are many more words, and if you haven't heard these words before, yes, some of them fall in and out of use, but I've used almost all of these at some point while growing up in my life in Trinidad. And I hope that you guys enjoy. If you guys have any other words, you could add it in the comments below. We went through the Trini sayings and now we talk about Trini words, Trini slang. Maybe to give it some context, I should do a video on how to talk Trini. I wonder if that's possible. So let me know if you guys want me to do a video on how to talk Trini. Okay? And thank you for all the support. Please continue watching and sharing my videos. And as always, remember to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.